Okay, so in this section, we're going to talk about recording more than one car. Okay, to start with, we noticed we left ours running. Now, I went and deleted all my other my VSEs just because they were demos. They weren't any good anyway. So what we're going to do is stop this one, but leave it running. Okay, also cleared out the account. But what we're going to do now is we're going to go and create a new one. And I don't know if I said it in this video or another one, but I'm not going to focus on the UI. Hopefully that's something you'll pick up in time just by watching me. Or some of it's just kind of common sense, right? So create. The only cool thing I like is if you click this little collapse button, you can really collapse everything down to get some good real estate. And you'll see me do that a couple of times. But let's go to create. We're going to create a VS. We're going to call it Cars Mini Recording. Okay, I'm not. Yeah, I guess I was going to say I'm not going to put a description, but I guess I will. There. Not the best, but you get it, right? So if I was with a customer, this would be a lot more professional, but let's just continue what we got. Now we're here at our recording. The one cool thing is you can hit list and it will show us that we already have one called Mini. Well, I should have picked up our other one too, but since I cleared everything out, it probably just doesn't see it because I'd have to go back and do the recording again. But you can say list and it would actually copy all the information down. So I'll show you the list, how to use this later. Like I said, it's a really good thing because if you have your recording set up perfectly, you don't want to have to redo it every single time, right? But in this case, we're keeping this simple. This is a 101 type training. So, and like I said, I don't even think I call it training. I'm just kind of showing you how this works. We're going to take our back end here. We're going to place it here. Okay, we're good there. Make sure our port matches. And I'll show you. So I have it on the notepad. But what we got to do is make sure it matches here. So we'll just do it from here. Okay. I didn't mean to hit that button. Let's go with this one. Did I copyright? Let's see. No, it did not. Okay, so we're going to do the same thing we did before. We have no transactions in our payload, so we're fine. So let's go ahead and hit record. And this time we're going to do something a little bit more fun. We're going to say search, and we're going to look at the Audi like we did before. All cool. Look up. Awesome. Search. We're going to look at the Acura. Clicked on the VIN number. Let's search. Awesome. And now, since I picked on the BMW 7 Series, we'll go ahead and click on that one. Maybe I think I'd rather have this one. And it's okay. We'll pick the black one. And search. Look up. And home. So now we're done. So now if we go look at our transactions, we have 24 transactions. We have a 14, we have a 900, and a 74. Okay. 1, 2, 3. All right. So it works for me. Let's go ahead and close this. We'll stop our recording and we'll say next. Now here it picked up our REST protocol, which was good. So we're good there. Let's go ahead and hit next. And here's our rules. We have no unmatched, so we're good. All right. Now you'll see later how we're going to parameterize these. Okay. Actually, this one's already parameterized right there, but we're going to talk about that in the next video. Just because we're going to do more of these. And now let's go ahead and save and continue. And this time we're just going to go ahead and deploy. Skip the deployment. It's fine. And we called this demo cars, right? Or was it cars demo? The cool thing about this is I can go over here and... Nope, I'm sorry, it's not in this one. Oh, maybe it is. Yeah, cars demo. Okay. I think I might have said it, or I lost the video where I said it, is I like these tabs because I can bounce back and forth. Pretty simple. Okay, next. And now we are deployed. Hit refresh. And of course here we can filter, right? So I only want to see what's recording. And, well, it should be showing online. Let me double check. Oh, it is running. I'm sorry. I'm going to say what is running, not recording, running. And it shows me the one that's running. Okay. And this comes in handy when you have a whole bunch of these. You can filter by text and all that good stuff. But let's go now and look at what we've created. So now we're back here. And if I do search, I click on this one. My VIN number is 914. Look up. 914. It's my Audi. That's good. Okay, my Acura is, make sure it says the right things. And then it is 900. If you remember that, we pointed that out. Okay, that's cool. And now the other one we picked is this BMW here. All right. Then I'll look at its VIN, which is 774. Fair enough. And now just for kicks and giggles, we'll go back and look at this other BMW that I like, the silver one. And if I say, it has data, 907. It has data, but that's kind of odd. But if you notice, the data it has is not for the BMW. So this is part of the magic strings that we talked about. So with the magic strings, if I go back and look, I can say, okay, I want to look at this car. Notice my year, oh, I'm sorry, not that one, this one. Notice my year is 2009. Okay, my price is 32. So if I look at details though, it's not the same price. That's a lot cheaper. In fact, that's only 3,000. We can swing that one, right? Silver, it is silver, but it's not the same car. What you're missing is this is the Audi information. If I look at the VIN though, it's saying, well, you know what? I've noticed the VIN number is important. This is the magic string. The VIN number here is 907. Okay. This is the same data we're looking at because the price, but the VIN number here is 914. So if I go back and look, 907, 907, 907, but it's pulling up a different car. And the reason it's saying is because DevTest, or Service Virtualization, has realized that your VIN numbers are important. So therefore, as a developer, I could care less about the car, the back end, this information, but my ID is still being synced up. Okay, that's very important. Now let's go back and look, see how that did. Okay, we got 50 transactions. I'm going to go ahead and stop this. To stop it, just check. It doesn't matter. You can just check all, check one. But up here's your information. Just hit stop. Okay. And now we're going to go look at our transactions. So if I'm going to go investigate or inspect. So now there's no data found. So we're going to go take care of that in a minute. Here's our, if I go down and look, I can see all the information and stuff that came through. Okay. Let's see if we got a good one. These little arrows, they look kind of funny, but they're actually arrows to open up more information. Okay. Like here. If I go down and look. So anyway, I hope that was kind of helpful. What we're looking at, sorry, I was just kind of playing. I should have done some talking while I was playing. But here, if I want to see the VIN numbers, we're going to do a video in a few seconds with just these parameters, because that's how you get more realistic information. Because what about the other cars, right? So here, and that's where you talk about your default. If you remember in the slide, we had where it was a match or a default meta. And we'll come back to that, because here's the VIN number of 907. If I go through the years, 907. I don't think I clicked on all of them. Maybe I did. That's the VIN number here. Well, it's 907 too. So it must be another one that I click on. Anyway, you get it. So bear with me and we'll do another video. But what we've done so far is we've created a simple recording. We've deployed that record. We deployed it. And then we created a three car recording. And the next thing we're going to talk about is a default metadata recording. Okay, so I was going to do another recording and basically talk about parameterizing your virtual services, but I don't really have to because we just did that. Okay. But what I want to say is, like, when you're doing when you're doing REST calls, VS will try to group similar requests and place them with some type of parameter to kind of keep them in a grouping. All right. And what I mean by that is if we look at the one we just did, I can click on this and get more details about it, right? Now, I don't want to talk about this screen yet because we can talk about that later, but this would show me my response. But the main thing I want to look at is if you look here, we got parameters, okay? So car inventory, these are the parameters. This is the value that came through, okay? And then if I look here, I can see that my car make right here in the middle are parameters. And these were replaced with ones. Let's see, value 1. Now, if I'm sorry, this is probably the default value that it's going to bounce to, so you can change that here. But again, I don't want to talk about this later. I'll talk about it later. This is the request and the response data, just so you can see. So if I pull it up, let's make it where it looks better. I don't know, my keyboard's not wanting to play the game right. So I have this cool keyboard that bounces between computers, but sometimes it actually gets stuck. So, all right, beautiful JSON. If we go look at this real quick. Okay, here's the payload that came back, and if I look, there's the VIN number. Okay, so that's kind of how that works. It's by default it tries to do a parameterize for you if it finds some that group together. And then you saw that when we also looked at it. I'm not sure it's still running. Let's make sure it's still running. So if I go to monitor, and if I go here, VSEs, whoops, sorry, VSEs, and are we still running? But basically when we looked at one car and it still had the same VSE versus it had a different VSN, a VIN number, a different VIN number, but had the same VIN number, I'm saying it backwards, had the correct VIN number, but different data, right? There we go. So that's how that works.